Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Aurora 4X. Okay, so a couple things have changed between the last episode and this episode. First off, we figured out, thanks again for the comments, contact filter, we changed to actually no civilian instead of just hiding civilian ship names. This makes a big difference because instead of just having these things be up here and not really knowing what, like they're nowhere near where they should be, this makes it so we can actually see down here where they should be. So that is good. I deleted the initial Majestic using Abandon. It's like 90 degrees in here, as always. One second. Man, I swear I would kill for a heater that would actually do its job the right way. Alright, we're going to stop making fighters. I agree. You know what? Projected usage of duranium, bit of a concern there. We're spending way too much. We're also projected to use more Vendorite, and it's going to exceed our stockpile. The Vendorite is being used, I believe, estimated annual mineral requirements for maintenance facilities. That's not the same thing as what we're actually spending minerals on. I believe it was probably is the fighters that cost all that Vendorite. Must be, right? No, it's not. Was it the mining ship then? These Majestics cost a lot. Well, first off, let's scrap the fighter production. We're still projected to use 58,000 Vendorite. Could it be the ship? AM Gold. The gold class ship costs what to build? Not Vendorite. What was it that costs Vendorite? The construction factories? Yes, and I've got 2,000 of them queued up. 2,000 times 30. Let's just do the math so I don't make any more mistakes. It's apparently, yeah, so that's 60,000 Vendorite. That's pretty much where all the Vendorite's going. Into building more construction. Well, let's scale it back a bit, just so that number doesn't scare us quite so much. We'll delete that, modify it down. Now our projected usage should, I don't think it's going to update right away. Maybe I have to reload that screen. Yeah, just had to reload it. We're still projecting that we're going to use more duranium. Or duranium, however you want to pronounce that. We need to focus. I think this entire episode needs to be focused on getting more mining going on. We've got automated mines on Earth that we could ship off to another location. We want to make sure that the civilian mining colonies, we're buying everything that they're making. Hyperion has just 2 civilian mines, and they are producing, well, right now it's showing as nothing, but I think that's because we're not buying it. They're making Vendorite and duranium. If I change this to purchase mineral output, does it immediately upgrade? Yes, it does. Now we're getting 300 of that. I think that's probably a good idea. And then this is where we're going to find our corundium. So this is where we want to send our first ship. So let's just try to get that first AM Gold class ship out and see if we can make it work. I did queue up a couple more asteroid, some more mass drivers, and then some more research labs. We're going to take the one mass driver that's on Earth with the AM Gold. Again, the AM Gold was designed with a storage inside it to carry its own mass driver, which in hindsight may have been a mistake. Might have been better to put the cargo on like the Tug, because once the mining ship or mining orbital platform or whatever you call it gets to where it's going to go, it's not going to be moved around anymore. It shouldn't probably have cargo space on something that doesn't have an engine. So we'll do 30-day ticks. We're just basically waiting for that thing to get done. We're going to have lots of maintenance failures on these things. Majestic 01 has run out of endurance. Yeah, I murdered the Majestic 01. That's how we handle that. Sorry. It happens. We have 15 inactive research labs, so we must have completed something on the previous turn. And I missed it. We have finished research into the jump gate construction module. I don't think we're going to worry about jump gates in this episode. We're just going to pretend like that's not something to deal with. We need to keep on working on sensors. I do recognize my math was off by a magnitude of, just 1,000 on the sensor strength, so that was bad. But it is what it is. We're going to work on, like, active graph sensor strength, We're going to work on all kinds of stuff. So let's, I cannot believe with all of our people, we have no freaking sensor and fire control people. Not one. That's so stupid. How many freaking scientists are there here? Not enough, apparently. Anyway, Wiz, I guess this is all you. We'll go with 5. I want to get a few of these different things being worked on at once. Fire control speed rating was something that people were saying we should probably get. And then like thermal sensor sensitivity. That'll be good for now. 440 points remaining on maximum engine power modifier. Could be useful for the future. Yeah, we're going to hold off on designing new ships for now. I did get a little bit ahead of myself with the fighter thing. I want to make fighters work, and so I'm really focused on it. But at the same time, it is true that our fighters kind of suck, and we were only supposed to be building them for planetary protection, and we did do that. And so, you know, the system is considered protected. So let's not build any more for now. So let's continue to advance. Construction of mass driver has now been completed on Earth, and we're now working on new research labs. Our fire control has suffered a maintenance failure. Shocking. The Viking Mark II 080. Is that ship not assigned to a thing? Can I see in here somewhere who it is, where it's assigned? It has no commander assigned. Mothership, currently /assigned. So yeah, it doesn't have a mothership. What in the hell is going on with my motherships not taking these? Okay, so we have an empty task group. Let's get rid of this one. I'm thinking what happened is that maybe when I told the PDCs to pick up the Mark IV, maybe it didn't quite assign them all, and so we still have a bunch of ships that are not based in a mothership. Yep, here we go. There's a whole bunch of them here. Bunch of Mark IIs, and then all of these Mark IVs didn't get assigned. Alright, so can I not select them from here? No, that would make far too much sense. God, that's annoying. Fighters kind of suck, man. They do. So we're looking for the M2078. M2078 down to the M4021. Split task group. Task groups. Earth PDCs. Move and assign. Some of the ships are damaged. I don't know which ones. I don't want to worry about it. There's so many ships. Now every ship that's currently in this task group is assigned. They should complete their orders. Let's check and see if there are any more that are in that task group that weren't able to make it, or if they should have all made it immediately. Okay, and so that task group just disappeared right away. So again, one more time, Earth PDCs, every single ship should be MS:FB. Yes, they're all assigned. So no more maintenance failures, thank you. Please, stop it. Oh man, I keep on missing these research things getting finished. Engine power is now done. Beta shields. Ceramic composite armor is pretty expensive. Thermal reduction, 50% reduced sensor size. That seems pretty good. Let's have somebody work on that, which is 5 labs. Kind of try to diversify a bit. There's still things that I want all the time. And yes, I do think that I want to work towards the spinal mount for our next, you know, our next fighter. Which we will build eventually. What's the difference between a meson cannon and a particle beam? Different types of weapons. And I know that we need turret tracking speed. Speed of target that a turret can track using rotational gear equal to 10% of the weapon mass. 2x gear equals 2x tracking speed. That is so far beyond me. Somebody had said that my ships move too fast for my tracking. I thought that... Here's what I'm picturing, right? Like, say I have a ship here, and there's a ship here, and I'm moving at this speed, and they're moving at this speed. I thought that the tracking speed of your turrets was going to be dependent on the variation, the transversal, or whatever you'd call it. Kind of like in EVE Online, where, like, depending on how fast they're moving relative to you, that's the tracking speed you need to be able to track the target. In my mind, it has to work like EVE Online. So I don't know why having, like, 1,000 tracking speed and my ships being faster than that just guarantees that they can't track. If I'm flying directly at a target, it should still be able to track it. It's only when the transversal, or the angular, or whatever the term is, gets too high that it should stop working, isn't it? I thought. Maybe not. Maybe that's not how it works. More importantly, the Gold 001 Gold class has been built on Earth and assigned to the shipyard task group. So, we get to try some new stuff. So, we're going to make a new task group from the AM Gold. We're going to go to Special Orders, split the task group. That's not what I meant to do. So we split all the ships out accidentally. Nope, that's not true. No ships got split out because they didn't have any selected. Okay, so give me the old Gold class. We're going to rename this task group to our mobile mining task group. And what we want to do is we want to give this thing, it's in orbit around Earth, right? So we should be able to give it an order on Earth to load a mass driver. Yes, I understand. That's fine. It should still be able to load the mass driver, even though it can't move. Once it's loaded the mass driver, we do nothing else. Next, we need to create another task group. This task group is going to be called Tug task group. It's, super complicated, right? We want to grab our Yoda Mark II, I believe. Let me just confirm. What was the difference between the Yoda Mark I and Mark II? I think the Mark I, which we did build one of, I don't think it had a tractor beam. Is that right? Let's go inspect the Mark I. F6. No fighters. The Yoda 001. And yeah, it doesn't have a tractor beam, so we need to refit this one. Let's go to our shipyards. The shipyard that makes the Tug class Yoda Mark II. And we're not going to build anything else. We're going to refit from the Yoda to the Yoda Mark II. Okay, task. Refit to Yoda Mark II. So the Yoda 001. Yeah, that task. 192 points, sure, why not? 53% of the cost of a new ship. Yes, it needs to have the tug. It's going to take it until December 26th. It's fine, we don't need the ship right now. Okay, and then we're going to go to our tug task group. And apparently you can have multiple tugs work on tugging. What you do is you do them in a series where one tug tugs a tug, and then that tug tugs another tug or tugs the target. So kind of an annoying mechanic that you can't just have, like, I'm picturing in my mind, like, I was on a cruise recently, so picture like a big huge cruise ship with multiple tugboats. Just, you put one at a 45-degree angle out to the right and one at a 45-degree angle out to the left, and they both work together and they pull the ship straight. Like, why can't you have multiple tugs? It's kind of silly. But whatever. So we're going to grab this one, put him in the tug task group. And I've never done this before, so hopefully this works. We're going to say task groups, mobile mining task group, tractor specified ship, the AM Gold 01. And I'm assuming this is going to be one of those things where if I double click, it's going to give me an error. Yep, makes sense. So I'm just confirming that the game works as expected. So we go back again. So mobile mining task group, tractor specified ship, AM Gold 01, add move. So we're going to connect the tractor beam right now, even though it's not actually being given an order to move. We're going to wait 5 days. Just 5. Everything should get done. The tug task group has completed its orders. Why did the other one not complete its orders? Well, interesting. Mobile mining is dead. Okay. The AM Gold 001 is linked to the Yoda. It absorbed the task group, and it wasn't actually able to complete its orders because apparently the Tug acted first or something. Okay, well, can I just tell this guy on Earth, we're still at Earth, to load the mass driver, and I guess we wait another 5 days. Tug task group failed to load mass driver. Please reschedule the orders for this fleet. Interesting. Because it's being tugged, does that mean that it's incapable of acting? That would be my guess. Okay, in that case. Okay, do I just do Earth? Release tractored ships. Add move. 5 days. Tug task group has completed its orders. Tug task group should still have both ships in. Nope, the AM Gold 001 got its own class again. It was kicked out into its own task group. Interesting. Not the mobile mining task group. It didn't remember that for me, but okay, let's try this one more time. Earth. Load automated, load mass driver. And let's see if it can work. It has failed. Why? Is it because it has no engine? I mean, I know there are mass drivers on Earth. There are a couple of them, in fact. We have 5 right now. I'm only asking you to load 1. Never mind, it already has a mass driver. Okay, so now I'm thinking maybe the first time I did it, it succeeded, and then it got absorbed into the task group, and so I only got one pop-up saying that the Tug task group has completed orders, because it just got absorbed into the task group, and it's failed now because it already has a mass driver inside, and it just has no more space. Okay, alright, sure, I get it. I think I understand what's happening. Again, we're going to go task groups, go find the AM Gold. You're going to tractor specified ship, add move. We wait just, like 5 seconds? 5 seconds, just bzz, done. Gotcha, cool. And then the location we wanted to go to was, we're going to tell our Tug, who is now tractored, to go to a location that has the minerals that we want. How do I locate the specific one that I want? 2001 UR. Okay, so because I created a colony, even though it's got 0 pop, it's showing up in the list of stuff. So, move to. Just move, yeah. Go. And let's actually, zoom in on this task group. The Tug task group, system map. Zoom in a bit. And let's, go, 5 days. Tug task group. ETA 619 days? It's only going 145 kilometers a second. Very, very slow. That's okay though. So this is a pretty distant location apparently that it's got to go. Is UR, whatever the hell it's called, that's not going to move on us, is it? Body info. It is an asteroid, so it's not a comet. It's not going to move around. It's just pretty far away. Is that the best one to go to? I mean, it is kind of far. Maybe there's something nearby that's going to be more convenient. We can, test this theory a little bit faster. Rather than take it all the way the hell out there. Let's see. It's going to be under potential colonies, is it? No, there's another one that I wanted. Under F2, geostatus. And I've already forgotten what the primary mineral or resource that we really care about the most right now is. I know we need corundium. I mean, that's obvious. But it appears that we also could use duranium. We're using quite a bit of that as well. So, let's still focus on corundium, but maybe the UR one is too far away. It's got the best access and quite a bit of it, but it seems far away. Rhinemuth, on the other hand. I wonder if there's an easy way to see the distance. Calculate the distance. Let's just redirect it to Rhinemuth. Or is there a way for me to find Rhinemuth? I shouldn't have to expand all of these. I have no idea what that sensor tab is for. Minerals. Rhinemuth is a comet, so that would be a bad idea. I mean, once we get the thing there, it'd be fine. I want to sort by distance. Maybe the best way to do that is going to be to use the colony one. Not the colony one, the F9 one. Whatever the hell the F9 one is. System generation and display. Let's see. So we're looking at Sol. There is, I thought, a way to see minerals. Yes, mineral deposits. Distance. Distance from what? That's probably part of the problem. We know that Venus has a ton of resources that are inaccessible. And I know that you should probably go for Corbomite, or not Corbomite, Carnium on a much higher accessible location. But I'm just very interested in getting this thing functioning right away to make sure that, first off, it's going to work. And second off, I want to do it in this episode. And I don't want to wait bunches of clicks. That's going to take 2 years. So, Gallicite at 0.1. Total here is 0.1, 2, 4, 5, 6... 11, it's like 1.2 total mineral access, but it's huge quantities of some of them. Even though it's inefficient, I know. I'm going to just send this damn thing to Venice. Sorry, not Venice, Venus. Just so we can try it. So your new order is, rescind that order. Belay that command. Instead go to Venus. You're going to basically just release tractor ships at Venus. I don't even think I need to tell you to move there first. I think you'll just do it automatically, right? Because now, I mean, it's right there. I mean, it's just barely any distance at all. We can get there in like a couple days. Got redirected. 1 day. Stop focusing on that, please. Release tractor chips. ETA 2 hours, 39 minutes. Tug has completed its orders, and it carried out orders to detach any tractor chips. Now, we should be able to go to the now released AM Gold class and give it an order on Venus to unload the mass driver. And if we go to Venus, it should, I think I've already automatically created a colony there. Other colonies, Venus. And the question is, now that it's unloaded, let's just try going 5 days. Will it automatically be mining on Venus? The answer is no. No, it will not. It has a mass driver. So the unload command did work. Do I need to give this AM Gold class thing an instruction? Venus. Unload all minerals. Unload all installations. Pick it. Your plotted move right now is to unload mass driver Venus. Why is that still there? Oh, this order is still being carried out and has 5 days, 10 hours, 0 minutes time remaining. Oh, okay, interesting. So it says it's got available cargo space, and it shows in Venus that it's actually there, but I guess maybe because it doesn't have any ability to unload quickly. Maybe these 5 days. Now it's completed its orders. Maybe now that it's not doing that task, now it can mine? Nope. Well, still, there's a mass driver there. Let's wait one more tick. Maybe because it just now completed the orders. Maybe now. It's just sitting there. It's in orbit. It's got auto miners. If it's not working, then I'm going to guess that it's because, and I do remember reading about this. I'm not completely nuts. Well, I am probably, but I remember reading about it, and maybe because it's a planet. I need to go read up on these things, these modules. Where's the ship that we have that's in progress? That's not locked. Okay, I gotta create a new one. It was that asteroid mining module. I think it might just be asteroid and comets that it can work on. I think maybe it cannot do the other one. I think that's probably the issue. I've moved it to a planet. The planet does not have, it's not an asteroid or comet, therefore it just does nothing. I think perhaps that's the situation. Is there a way to do? Got the gold and the rock digger. Rock digger was before we started doing tugging. And I don't think we actually built any of them. Just get rid of it. Majestic Mark II. Try to delete it. If it lets me, then that means it's not important. The Go-To class freighter. Yeah, I don't think we're going to make the Go-To anymore. So just obsolete that. So I've created a ship that can mine minerals on asteroids, but not on planets. And the question I'm trying to answer in my head right now is it possible to create a ship that can mine planets and can be used with tugs? And the only answer that's coming to my head at the moment is yes. It would have to be specified as a planetary defense center, though, and pre-assembled and then shipped via transport, not via tug. I think. Orbital habitat module. Perhaps the orbital habitat module could be used to make a orbital habitat, like a thing that could be tugged around, and then you could just put mines in it, but that again seems kind of silly. But I thought you needed an orbital habitat to do a terraforming ship. Okay, well, we're making some progress. Let's go ahead and undo what I just did. The AM Gold is going to, on Venus, load mass driver. We'll wait 1 day. Actually, we gotta wait like 10 days. We will then grab the AM Gold get it tugged again. And we will resume our hauling it out to that asteroid, even though it's far away. So, you are going to go to the 2001 UR, and you're just going to go there and release tractored ships. Okay, well, I apologize for not knowing exactly what the hell I'm doing. Again, this game is way more complex than Dwarf Fortress, actually. Like, this is probably one of the most complex games that I've played. It does make sense. Everything makes sense. It's just, it's so complicated. There's so many different things that you kind of like need to know. Are we looking on construction and research and all that stuff? We're making more research labs, or trying to. None of our shipyards are doing anything. It's not true. We are refitting the initial tug into another tug that'll work. So we'll have 2 tugs. And again, in the future, I do think that we do not want to... I'm going to do this now. If I do this now, then the damn shipyards will have... Okay, anytime we're going to build a new ship, just remind me that we need to redesign this thing. And again, I'm not even sure if it's a really good idea to do it. But it is what it is. ETA 616 days. I'm not even sure if the damn tug can go that far. I forget. The Yoda class has a 367 day... it can only go 367 days using full power. So I'm assuming, even though it can go 90 billion kilometers, since it's going to take it more than that much time to get there, it's going to run out of fuel. Great. That means we're going to have to send one of our other ships with fuel out to meet it. This thing can hold quite a bit of fuel. We only have the one Mark II Discovery, but let's have this thing refuel at Earth. And then we'll have it go to the Tug Task Group. Follow the Tug Task Group. Let's go 5 days. And it's already there. And it made it out there in no time at all. So, he should have enough fuel, I think. The actual tug itself has 200,000 bits of fuel. And this guy is going to bring with him... So we can give him like 75% of that. What about the... this guy? He can also only hold 200,000. He's a lot slower, I think. Current speed's 317. No, this guy's going to be better at refueling. Need to build a refueling ship at some point. Alright. We have a new research lab. Yay! Something has progressed. You'll understand why I get a little bit overwhelmed by this game. It's probably not a bad thing to just kind of keep working on slowly over time. It'd be nice if this thing organized by like next to be accomplished. Is that what it's doing, actually? No. How is this organizing it? I think it's organizing it by number of active labs, which is kind of silly. Because then they bounce around when you're trying to use these two buttons. It should just organize it by something other than that. So... they've launched a fuel harvester. I guess I should be happy about that, right? Another research lab is done. We've completed research into turret tracking speed, 2,000 kilometers per second. So we should have 6 labs available. I'm still just looking for cheap research, basically. It's tough when you don't know, like, what you need. Sure. Wait, is this our first person who actually specializes in energy weapons? I think it very well might be. Work on something. Go. And I've advanced probably a few months. We have a second tug. You know what? Maybe we can do that. We're going to make this video just a little bit longer. I want to try this out. I want to try the double tug strategy. Maybe with 2 tugs, they will actually be able to go a lot farther that way. So the current tug is down to... It's only used 6,000 of its current fuel. That's confusing. Is it... Okay, hold on. So we've got the Yoda 001. We should really rename that. Because it's not the same thing. It's not the Yoda 001. Damn it. Tug Task Group 2. Go find Tug Task Group 1. And follow. I've done something wrong. The Tug Task Group 2 has no ships in it. I clicked the wrong button. Okay, so... Okay. Try this for the final time. Follow. Tug Task Group 2. Follow Tug Task Group 1. It's got a movement speed of 2844. Let's wait 5 days. It should catch up like damn near instantly. Not quite. So it's now following. Let's try this. If we go to F6, and we just look at the Discovery class, under MISC, you can manually transfer fuel now. This ship has most of its fuel. The first Yoda is actually technically the second one. It's not used nearly as much fuel as I would have expected. Am I just like completely off on power usage? It says right here, 367 days at full power. I assume that it's still operating at full power when it's pulling something. So shouldn't it's every time I click this, shouldn't it be burning like 1/12 of its fuel capacity? 1/12 of 200,000. Should we be burning 16,000 units of fuel every 30 days? But then when we go and we look at the ship, it's barely burning any fuel at all. Could it be that when it's in tug mode, it's more fuel efficient somehow? That's very strange. Alright, well, whatever. I'm gonna make this video a little bit longer because I just want to get this part done. I feel like we haven't really accomplished much yet. Discovery class, just stop doing what you're doing. Go back to Earth. The second tug group is no longer going to follow. It is instead going to tractor the initial tug. I don't know what's going to happen. Tug Task Group 2 failed to tractor the first one, as the destination ship is already linked by tractor. Any additional orders will be... Okay, maybe you can't do what that person had said before. It might be that because I've already issued the tractor command. I want to try it. I'm going to tell you to stop doing what you're doing. You're going to just release tractor chip right now. How do you do that if it's not around a planet or location? I mean, I know I can release tractor chips at a location, but I don't want to do that there. I want to do it at the current location. I don't want to do it at a jump point or a colony or any of this other stuff. And if I do task groups, then it's saying like, you know, I've got to pick one of these other task groups, but the task group that it's in doesn't show up. Can I just do it manually? Maybe just by manually creating a task group, did I just break the tether? It's not showing that it's tethered, so that probably did work. Okay, so let's try this. Tug Task Group 2, Tractor Tug Task Group 1, before it's connected to anything. Wait 5 seconds. Now that the first tug is... actually, the second tug is tugging the first tug. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. We'll try it, though. It actually said that it's completed its orders. Okay, so task group Yoda M2001 is linked to Yoda Mark 2001. Looks like it worked. Kinda. It's weird. How fast are they gonna go? That's the real question, is did it make it faster? Okay, that's broken. I broke the game. I'm sorry. Unless I messed up and it's not working. Tug task group. I've got the AM Gold 001 in the task group. Right? And I've double linked. And now they're going at max speed, even though they're tugging something huge. Question is... and they're doing totally fine on fuel. I mean, at this rate, they're going to make it there in 14 days. It's physics. It's completed orders. Did I don't know if I should feel bad. So now we go to our tug task group. No, it's automatically put them out. And you've got your mass driver. You're at this place. Unload mass driver. That's fine. And now we should probably see on UR this thing, mining. Orbital mining, 45.5 orbital mining modules, producing 637. It's working. Mass driver destination Earth. Do I even need to unload them? Maybe I don't. If that's the case, maybe I should just leave them in the ship. Let's try this. If I go back to here, to the AM Gold, and I don't unload, it's saying that it's there. Probably because maybe what? It's in orbit? Yeah, there's a mass driver here. Or unless did I coincidentally already send one out there maybe? Maybe I did. Now I need to now I do need to unload it just to confirm. Unload mass driver. Let's wait a whole month. Check UR. Yes, I had already sent one out. So it's not because the mass driver was in the cargo ship. You do have to unload it. Okay, well that's still worth knowing. Let's go and we'll load up. Nah, just leave it as is. No, yes. Just leave it as where it's at. It's fine. It doesn't need to be 2. I should send it somewhere else. And civilians are probably way easier to move this crap around. That is really weird that I was able to just get this thing out there in no time at all. Having custom named task groups that are constantly changing is really annoying. They're both doing fantastic on fuel. So just take Tug Task Group 1, combine with the other one, and then you guys go home. And we should probably already see some minerals being launched. Yep, 84 tons of minerals. It'll take it 26 days to actually get there. But, weird. Okay, well I'm definitely going to take a break here. Apparently we broke the game. Or not broke it, but just, cheated by tugging a tug and getting max move speed. So in theory, we could make like itty bitty, itsy bitsy tugs. Tiny little ones with big freaking engines. And then just do 2 of them together to pull something of apparently any size and move at whatever speed you want, breaking the laws of physics. So, okay, well, interesting. Thanks for watching, everyone. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. See you soon.